Good morning. Thank you for joining us here with FireFox. And here we've got Derek from Cardero. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks so much for having me. This is great.
You're welcome. This is going to be exciting. So Cardero's, usually you think it's a restaurant, but what is Cardero's actually?
Well, when my wife and I went on our first date, we went to Cardero's restaurant in Pearl Harbor. And for me, I don't want Cardero Clothing just to be a business that's local. I would like to take it worldwide. I have big dreams, aspirations for the business. So for me, I wanted something that still said home. And I love Pearl Harbor. I love downtown Vancouver. We're always going out there. But to me, Cardero or Cordova were the two names I was bouncing around. And I decided, let's go with Cardero. It's an Italian or a Spanish name. It's local. People know what it is. People know the restaurant. Know the area. So for me, that's really where I wanted to kind of bring it home. So that's why I named it Cardero.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Have you had any pushback with that, or are people asking what Cardero's is?
I've actually promoted the restaurant more. A lot of people ask me where the name came from. Like, I haven't even heard of it. And I boast about that restaurant as much as I can. So.
Well, there you go. So then there's no side effects there.
There you go.
Which is a good thing. So what exactly do you do? Yeah.
So we're a made-to-measure men's clothing company, and what I like to tell people that we do is we help men become more confident, and we do that through your clothing. We feel that everyone has a purpose in their life, everyone has a passion that they want. I have passion. I know I have purpose in my life, and I really want to help people discover that. And I feel confidence helps you discover your purpose. It really helps you walk into a room and feel like you can really own it. And we really like to help people build their wardrobe rather than just buying a piece of clothing.
Okay. So do you work with anybody, or is there a specific market that you're working with?
Well, we started with weddings because that's one of the reasons why I started the business, is because I rented a suit for my wedding. So we started with weddings, but we really like and enjoy working with business professionals because we can help them I love to see their vision and where they want to go with their brand, their own personal brand, with their businesses, with their careers, and just really help them dress to the part where they're not dressing for the job they have, but the job that they want.
Do you have any ideal clients that you would want to work with? Who's your ideal client?
Ideal client is that male business professional who's ambitious. They want to see the next step in their career. They want to move up the corporate ladder. Those are people that I really, really enjoy working with. I find we have the best conversations in the midst of everything that we're doing. So those are the people I really enjoy working with, and they're the ones who like to come back and continue to build their wardrobe as they go.
So do you have one client that is one of your favorite clients?
Absolutely.
Wait, share with us.
He's a mortgage broker. He owns his own mortgage broking firm. He's got a bunch of people under him. He helps a lot of business professionals find mortgages, and he's always calling me back for stuff. We have great conversations, and I'm helping him just kind of build as he goes. And I'm always in his office, it seems, every other week, helping him find something new that's going to go with what he already has. And he has a really good eye for the things that he likes, and we actually buy a lot of the same things. Like the shirt I'm wearing right now, he has the same one. So. Yeah,
are you sure you guys haven't fixed that up purposely?
Yeah, I went to a networking event at the Chamber of Commerce meeting, and he was wearing the same shirt I was wearing when I walked in. And that's
perfect.
I really enjoy working with him. He's sending people my way all the time.
That's awesome. So now, when you say you actually customize outfits, do you sew them or do you have someone that stitches them? How does that work?
Well, the way it works is we have a supplier that we use in Thailand, and we're sourcing out about 2 or 3 more right now.
Okay.
So we use their fabrics. We're working to find a new textile distributor so we can start to create our own fabrics. We're looking to Vietnam. Actually, I have a meeting after this with someone as a lead for me on a Vietnam supplier. But we don't actually do any of the own sewing ourselves. I'd rather go in and help you with my expertise, help you put together the clothing, decide on what to buy. And from there, we send you to a local sewer or tailor for alterations. And we cover $25 per garment.
Okay.
So the jacket comes back, I want it maybe a little bit more tapered. Then I send you off to one of the people that we trust, and I cover up to $25 per garment.
Okay. So then when you say you work with people, do you work with their personalities? What exactly do you?
It all depends on what they're looking to do. If they're a real estate agent or if they're a chef, we're going to look at different things. A chef I did recently, he always wears black shirts because you get the splatter and grease and everything on the shirt. So he's trying to find a bow tie that would work with that. And usually I advise people that your dress shirt should be lighter than your tie. So your tie should always be darker than your dress shirt. And for him, you can't go darker than black. So what we did is we decided, okay, well, what is something that your catering company does? People think tablecloths, they think the red and white check. So what we did is we did the inside collar and cuff red and white check, inside collar cuff, and then the bow tie was also the same fabric. So we have this something different that just popped off that said what he did, and it really fit in with his brand. And he sent me a bunch of photos that he did. If you check our Instagram, he's on there. It's the coolest thing that we get to do. And just really think about personality. We think about who your target market is, who you're going after. Are you going after a retired professional? Are you going after farmers? If you're going after farmers, I'm not selling you a suit. We're going to talk stretchers. We're going to talk blazers. We're not going to talk full suit. But if you're working with business professionals and you want to stand out, that's where we talk. Okay, how are we going to put this outfit together? What fits your skin tone, your eye color? What colors do you like? What is your branding? All those things.
Perfect. So it's like a whole experience.
Yeah.
So you don't have anything catered for the women at all?
You know, I have a lot of those questions, and I was starting to think about doing that, but when it comes to men's fashion, there's so much that you just continually need to learn. It's never ending. And for me, I would really want to make sure that I have that nailed down, and I'm never going to have it nailed down. I'm a constant student of the game, so I tell my clients. So for me, I'm really working on the men's side. That's why I started the business. For the women, it is a plan, but it's a long-term plan. I don't think I'm going to launch out for a couple of years.
Perfect. What inspired you to become a tailor?
Yeah, so like I said, I rented a suit for my wedding 3 years ago. Bad experience overall. And part of it was I didn't know made to measure existed.
Okay.
So I had guys in my wedding party that were over about 6'4", 6'5", and one that was about 5'5", 5'6". And these guys ranged in from 150 all the way up to 300 pounds. We're looking at buying suits. You can't find suits off the rack that fit all those styles for the rooms when we didn't want to go all different patterns, different colors. So we decided to rent. And then I went to Thailand for my honeymoon, and that's where I met the guy who was my first supplier before I switched over to somebody else. But just my eyes were open. You walk into a shop and you see all these fabrics and these patterns. And I was a kid in a candy store. I am every day. I open up my sample box. I'm a kid in my own candy store. So for me, that was what really started it for me.
Okay.
And that's what helped me realize there's a market out there and people need to know. So like I said, I started with rooms. And that's where I realized rooms are great. But as I became more into the business world and realized that I had dreams and aspirations of my own, really turn this business into something, I started meeting a lot more business professionals. We really gelled when we had conversations, and I really enjoyed those conversations. So for me, I was thinking then, how do I turn this into something to help them reach their dreams and go after their goals, their aspirations? And that's really where this business has developed to this point now.
Cool. So when you were actually talking about being in a candy store, your eyes just lit up, which is nice to see because that means you actually love what you're doing.
Oh, I love it.
Which is amazing. Because it's hard to find people who love what they're doing and yet making a difference, which is really cool. So thank you for doing that.
Well, I worked in a job for years that I did not like.
Okay.
And for me, I tried everything under the sun of what I always thought I wanted to do. And that was working in movies, working in sports, behind the scenes and all this stuff. And I always thought I wanted to do that since I was a kid, and I tried it, and I'm like, this isn't what I want to do. So I started dabbling, I started getting into business a little bit, and I realized I love the idea of business development and starting something from scratch and really turning it into something. And see where my business is today. It's really humbling to look back at all the things that you go through to really find your passions. And now where I'm at today, I'm just really humbled.
Excellent. So how long have you been in business?
Well, it's been 3 years of this, but 2 years more of pushing the business forward. The first year was a lot of finding suppliers, doing different sampling, a lot of conversations, a lot of learning, a lot of mistakes in the first year. You learn. And I took all those as learning. I could have quit. I could have given it up so many times. And things weren't going the way I expected it to. But when it came down to it, I really learned, and I took every opportunity as a growing and learning opportunity. And that's why my business is what it is today, because I made so many mistakes in the first year.
Perfect. So now, having said that, what would you tell yourself, your 20-year-old self? What would you tell yourself?
You know, over the past 10 years, I've learned a lot. So I would tell myself gain knowledge. I really think there's 5 things that are really the foundation of my life right now. That's build knowledge, give yourself more time, make sure that you have the capital and the finances, save your money, build your character, and have faith in something. Have something that keeps you grounded, something that, if you put your faith in money, if you put your faith in this business, things are going to go up and down, just that way. Make sure you have something that keeps you steady, because if you don't stay steady, you have those weeks, those months, or sometimes you can just have so many lows that you just want to give up. If you have something that keeps you steady, just hold on to that. For me, like my faith is the thing that keeps me steady, and that's what keeps me grounded. And I know when I get this thing going, and it's going more and more, and I'm growing, that's always helped me stay steady. and I'm not to the point where success gets to my head or the lows get to me to the point where I think it's done, it's over. It just helps you stay steady. So I just tell myself, stay steady, build your character, build your knowledge, build your network at the same time. Your network is invaluable.
It is.
Especially as a realtor.
Yeah.
You need to have that network. That's where you get your first clients from, and that's where you can start to see that ball start rolling.
Yeah. So you just gave some excellent advice. Like, I mean, you know, to have like that financial backing, to have the education, to have the faith, it's huge. And your network, because without any of that stuff, like you're just running in a rat race over and over and over. So what is that one thing that keeps you going? What do you have faith in? I know it's your business, but what is that driving factor?
Well, for me, I've always thought it was getting my family into a place of a house of all these different things. Like, I really put it in my accomplishments and my achievements and the things that I thought I wanted my life to look like. But when it comes back to it, I just want to live my purpose. And for me, my purpose is to see other business owners grow, to take them from a place of wanting and desiring or not really certain and not having the confidence to do the things that they want to do. I want to see them have the confidence to start stepping into those things and be that voice in the time of so many other people are telling you you're insane, you're crazy, maybe you should quit, or this is the wrong thing to do. I want to be the one saying you can do it, keep going, keep stepping up, and just learn from your mistakes. Because too many people don't do that. There's too many voices in the back of your mind from yourself, from so many people in your life that are going to tell you don't stop, quit, what are you doing, you're foolish, all these things, but you don't have enough of those voices encouraging you forward. So for me, that's what keeps me going. And I'm surrounding myself with those people that tell you you can do it, you can pull it off. And when I started networking, that was the biggest thing that really helped my business go forward. Because when you start networking, you're so much about, okay, let's get these sales, let's go. Yeah. And then you start, I'm learning so much right now. I'd be a fool to just sit here going, I'm trying to get sales. I'm trying to learn. Yeah. And that's when my business has really taken off. I'm getting to know people. I was counting it last night. I had 15 coffees this month. Just going out and meeting people and just getting to know them better. It's not about me trying to have this little motive of, okay, I'm going to get the sale, but I'm going to act like I'm interested. I'm interested. I'm sitting down having conversations that fascinate me, that help me learn, that push me forward. Mm-hmm. So that's really what wakes me up in the morning. That's really what drives me.
Excellent. Love that. I'm glad that we're actually partnering up and we're also in Best Mindset together, which is it's a really cool program. So what have you actually taken out of Best Mindset?
The exposure activities are really huge. James and Bruce really preach on those things of exposure activities. And for me, I would put down just everything I would do. It was a to-do list for me. And so Bruce kind of checked me on. And exposure activities to me are just getting out there and telling people who you are, whatever way that is. Mm-hmm. People just see it as networking, just going to a networking event, but there's so much more to it than that. Just connecting with people. It's phone calls, it's emails, it's social media, it's charity events. It's going out to everything you can possibly go to, getting yourself in front of them, letting them know who you are, and building a relationship. It's not about trying to close a sale as much as it is trying to build a relationship. And to me, I really want to see other businesses grow. I want to see other people be successful. And if you have that mindset going in, it's fantastic. So the Best Mindset Group has really helped me learn what exposure activities I should be doing and not waste my time on ones that I shouldn't be. Because it's too easy to play small. It's too easy to just go out there and go after this person. Just play low level. It's hard to go after the big fish, the people that run law firms, that run mortgage brokerages, that run real estate brokerages, that are people that are really well known in the community. You can find them intimidating. And in my past, I constantly just shrunk. I was scared trying to get in front of these people because I didn't know I could hold my own. But I built my confidence through just so many different things that I've done. And it's really helped me. Best Mindset has really helped me learn and not to play small. And it's really helped me build that confidence to get in the last 6 months to a place where I'm willing to get in front of the big fish.
Excellent.
And I don't want to say big fish. It feels like but I think that's what I'm trying to say.
People who we aspire to.
If you surround yourself with people that you are right now, you're only going to grow so much. But if you go out to the people that are the ones that are out there that are
doing stuff, that are the movers, the shakers, and really have some clout, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and you're staying humble and open to learn.
Exactly.
That's the big thing.
Yeah. Like I can totally relate to you. This weekend I had like a aha moment where it was just, I was like, I've been asking the wrong people to either become clients of mine or to join my team. And I realized that I was asking people who didn't have that network, not my network, but their Work.
Yeah.
It's a tongue twister there. Saying both of them together. But it's just, and they're not in a position to help. So that means I'm not growing. And I was actually pretty small. So that meant I couldn't grow. I had that was a huge realization that I had myself, which was kind of interesting. So it's nice that you're saying that we can relate in that sense.
Yeah.
So now, in terms of social media, I know you said you did Instagram. What else are you doing for your business for social media?
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. I'm missing one. LinkedIn. Alignable. Alignable has been fantastic. A lot of good connections made out of that one. Is that about it? I think it's goal is 6. So, and I'm starting to brand myself personally as well. I really want to offer value to my clients and people that I know. So just getting my own brand out there on Facebook as well.
I know you were talking about a really cool idea that you have, where you go visit, you and your wife visit for date night. You go visit like a different location, talk about it and all of that. Tell us a little bit about that and how you're using social media for that.
Yeah, so part of my business is a date night. After my client's final fitting, I send them a $10 Starbucks gift. Or in a coffee shop. A gift card to a certain chain. So that they can just go out and have a conversation. Because what I find is you hear a lot of people becoming successful, but relationships suffer in the meantime. So for me, I've taken what is my business catered towards business professional men. And in my opinion, business professional men who should I be giving back to. And that's women and children. Building the next generation and protecting women. You hear so many horrible stories out there, things going on. Me, I was really trying to decide, how do I make my business better? So one thing I wanted to do is help the relationships with the women in their lives. So whether it's their daughter, their wife, girlfriend, sister, mom, send them a $10 gift card and say, just take them out for coffee, build that relationship, and just hang out and get to know each other better, because you're always discovering. So we decided we're just going to share our date night on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on our social media platforms. So we have the hashtag Cardero Date Night. Started this very recently. So we just go out. We're doing Adult Pirate Pack Day in 2 weeks after White Spot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I took my daughter out actually yesterday. We went for a walk down the street to Tim Hortons. She can barely walk, so we bent over a little bit.
But I mean, that's a relationship that you're building, right?
Yeah, so we went out, got a donut, and she had a very little bit of it. It was nap time, but just doing stuff like that, of getting out and making sure that my family's priority. I don't spend more than 2 evenings back to back in a row out of the house, so that I have time for dinner and bedtime. Make sure that I can continue to build that relationship. So for me, I kind of took my own core values and brought it into my business and want to help my clients build those relationships as well. What's the point of chasing after your dreams if relationships suffer in the process, is what I say. So that's why I really wanted to start that program and just give people the thought of, maybe let's just do a date night every week, or grab a coffee, or you hear the first date is always go see a movie. Well, you're not having a conversation, not really getting to know each other. So that's why we decided to do a coffee date, go out, have a coffee, have a conversation.
I like that idea. That's really huge because, with social media now it's taking over our lives. Our phones have pretty much taken over our lives, and we can't run without our phones. But the fact that you're actually promoting date night with yourself, your family, as well as your client, that's huge. Because that tells me that you're all about family. You value your family. And you value relationships, and you're being authentic, right? A lot of that we lost, which is sad. Social media is great for us to connect, but at the same time, we've forgotten how to connect personally. So I love that idea.
How many times do you see people going out for dinner or coffee or something?
They're just sitting there, on the phone, and
kind of just look at what's the point?
What's the point? What's the point? Like yesterday, we had the family over, and then my cousins it was sort of segregated, so the adults were on this side, and because I'm sort of stuck in between, I'm the eldest grandchild, so I'm sort of stuck on both sides. And then you have the cousins on this side, they're all younger, all of them, they're sitting there on the phone and whatever. We're like, come on guys, you're being so antisocial, we're all right here. Enjoy the moment.
Yeah. And it's so hard to put your phone down and put it away.
Yeah.
My wife and I went away to Whistler last 2 weeks, and I just left my phone in the hotel. There was one morning I would go out and pay for parking, and I would just take my phone, put my headphones in, listen to a podcast or some music. Just kind of walk, just get my head right. And that was half an hour, and my phone was in the room for the rest of the day. And that was just me connecting with my family, not having that distraction and anxiety of it being in your pocket, or maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah.
It's a 15-minute walk away in the room. I don't have to think about it. So that's another good thing. Is you go for coffee, leave your phone at home. Don't worry about it. Wait now. Leave it in the car, whatever.
Leave it in the car.
Yeah.
If you're gonna leave it in a car, leave it in a safe spot where it's not visible.
Yeah, so if people aren't breaking it again.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, we worry too much about how we're missing something or it's going to get stolen. Just leave it.
Yeah.
If it gets stolen, maybe it's a sign. How about that?
With me, I actually have a phone on silent all the time.
Okay.
24 hours a day, it's actually on silent. Because, I mean, if I had my phone on, I'd have way too many notifications for all my clients, my social media clients, that are driving me nuts. So there's nothing that's more important than what I'm doing at that time.
Yeah.
So I like that. Just leave it in a hotel or in your car and enjoy that time.
Yeah.
So what are 5 tips you can share for your ideal clients as to how you do that?
I'm trying to keep it a little bit simple. There's some things that I didn't think I would have to say, but I still see people doing it. I saw a career politician last week, and he has this 2-button suit with the bottom button done up. Never do have the bottom button in your suit. There's always, sometimes, never rule. I have that on my blog. Go check that out. I won't go into detail about it now, but the bottom button is always left undone. Never do it up.
Why is that?
It's just for the cut of the suit. I don't know. People ask me, well, why do they have a second button? And I really can't answer that. But the second button, it's there. Some people choose to have a 1-button suit for that reason, but the 2-button is the standard suit. And if you do up the bottom button, it's going to make this all pinch up a little bit.
Okay.
So that's why you don't do it up. You leave it undone. It gives you a little bit more freedom in your opinion. Putting your hand in your pocket to grab your phone or your key or whatever out of it. Just leave it undone. That's number 1, I would say. I still have people doing this. The next 2 I would say about redundancy. People wear their tie bar and a vest. The tie bar just puts it in your shirt pocket, and then they wear the vest as well. It's redundant. They're doing the same thing. They're holding the tie in place. So it just clutters up the look. Remove the tie bar if you're wearing a vest. Suspenders and a belt. Don't wear suspenders and a belt. Again, it's redundant. They're both holding your pants up. There's really no point in doing that. Another one, I would say never miss the pocket square. I see a lot of people, they don't wear the pocket square. They're like, I've never really been interested. But I challenge you to look at a picture of someone with a pocket square and without. You kind of see it just completes the look. It's subtle. It's easy. If you get a white pocket square, I call it the essential. It just slips right into your pocket. Never have to worry about it. You can transfer it between suits. And it's got the same fold in it all the time. You may have to iron it once a year. You're constantly taking it out. You just leave it in your pocket. It stays there. You never have to worry about it. It completes the look. Adds a little bit of extra element to your look. A last one. I'll give you the last one. There's so many that I kind of want to, because I have an ebook on top 10 style mistakes.
Okay.
And some of, I'm going to jump right into the next one. I'll say loose fitting clothing, stop doing it. When I started this business, I was talking with a friend of mine outside of a coffee shop. And as we were sitting there, this guy walks out and his pants are touching the ground. They're so baggy. His jacket is pretty much almost down to his knees in length. And that is why I'm starting this business right there. It's people like that just don't know. You're spending $400 or $500 on a suit, and then there's alterations on top of that. Made to measure can start at $400 or $500. We start $579. And for us, we find that price point is going to get you amazing quality. It's going to last you a long time. We include the alterations. At the end of the day, people are understanding a lot more quality over quantity. Where you buy something that's quality one time, it's going to last you 5 years compared to buying something that's maybe half or 2/3 the price. You're going to buy that 2 to 3 times before the first suit that you bought from me is going to go out.
Yeah.
So that's why I tell people, go made to measure. At least take a look at it. Go for a coffee. I'm happy to sit down with a client and have coffee, bring some power, show them off with what we have. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be spending money over 5 years. It's $1,000 for a suit. You spend $579. So make sure that you're looking at made to measure as something that's an option, and just kind of research it a little bit. Because you're going to find it's going to be a better value to you. You're going to have something that fits properly, and you walk into the office, you're going to feel more confident.
And another thing with that is like, I mean, the more you buy, the more stuff that goes into the landfill, the more we're harming our environment, right? So that's another way for you to like advertise to your clients that, hey, we get to be fashion forward, but yet we're also helping the environment. Which is also, people are very cautious of now.
Yeah. And a lot of those suits that they're buying are high-end polyester, like basically plastic. Those things don't degrade. So, and the polyester doesn't sit well either, it doesn't breathe well. So when you're looking at the fabric, look at the fabric on the tag. A lot of them are going to say polyester rayon, a lot of those mixes. And you want wool. You want at least 50% wool, because that's going to give you a better breathability in the suit. It's going to give you a better fabric. It's going to sit better. It's not going to wrinkle as easily. Just take a look at the tag next time we're going to buy it.
Excellent advice. So now you're talking about the pocket squares. Would you do that with combination with a tie, or could you have that and not have a tie?
I wear no tie and a pocket square all the time.
So a pocket square is a not a tie is optional.
Yeah, because a lot of times people now are ditching the ties, although we see some people kind of going back to it. It's all really personal preference these days. It's not as much office dress code as it is about personal preference in a lot of these places nowadays. So for me, I love to wear the tie and the pocket square. It kind of completes the whole look. But if you don't want the tie, still wear the pocket square. It's going to be something that adds a little bit of personality to it. Like I've got the black and white check in this one, just neutral colors. I have this shirt color with minty green. I don't even know how many pocket squares I have now that I just throw in and out, mix and match. And that's something that I just love to do, is add those in. Just at least start with the white.
Simple. So that's a challenge for all of you guys, is go out and get one pocket square, a white one.
Make sure it's cotton too.
There you go. Make sure it's cotton and wear that for a whole week and just see, tell us how it feels. So let us know below and we'll comment and I will edit that. So now shoes. I've always been like a huge shoes person. So when I look at a guy and I look at his shoes, I know he's either dressed really well, he knows how to dress, or he has no idea. How do shoes play?
They say the first thing a woman looks at is a man's shoes. And we've always heard that, and to me, I've always heard women say something about shoes. They always ask questions about shoes, comment on shoes. And that's something that's really important. It's the shoe. Again, it completes the look. So for me, what I've learned recently is the round toe is completely in. Make sure that you're going to round toe, the Oxfords. And again, spend a little bit more money, get quality. It's going to last you longer. It is noticeable when you spend a little bit extra and get those quality shoes. We don't do shoes quite yet. It is in the long term, but I would say the Bay is fantastic for shoes. I get some of mine there. Just finding a good name brand. There's a couple of really good online brands like Taft. Taft is really, really good shoes. We're going to be filling my closet soon. So make sure that you're buying something, again, that is quality and a round toe.
Perfect. Excellent. So yeah, shoes are huge. I mean,
I should take brown and black as well. Brown and black are the two that you should buy.
Yeah, the two classics.
Yeah.
Perfect. Who is your ideal client?
You gotta go with the ambitious business professional, the person who just really enjoys, the person who wants to see their career advance and wants to move up the ladder. Those are the people that I really enjoy working with. Recent grads, really important to start off right. We have an essentials package that we do. That's 2 suits, 3 dress shirts, I believe 3 ties, 2 pocket squares, and 1 vest. So you get all of this in the package, and that's going to help you it's all going to mix and match. So you're not worried when you wake up, does this go with this? One thing I really like to do is expand the wardrobe of my clients, not just sell them a piece of clothing. How many times do guys walk into a mall, you see a tie you like, you buy it, and now it's been sitting in your closet for years because you don't know what to wear with. So we like to expand your wardrobe and make sure that you're buying things that you're going to wear. And the essentials package is the basic starting point, where it's a navy suit and a charcoal suit. And you've got the white shirt, the light blue shirt, and a patterned shirt. You've got the white and baby blue pocket square. And then we can mix and match in the ties, where 2 will be a solid, one's a black, one's a dark blue, and then one's a pattern. You kind of pick something that you like out of there that's going to go with the wardrobe. So things like that, that's your starting point. And then from there, we know what you have in your collection. We have your measurements on file. The next appointment you come to us. So real quick and easy, okay, you have this. These are my suggestions and the next things you could get. And then from there, we can just start to expand your wardrobe and build it right from the get-go when you start from school to into your career.
Perfect. Do you have a ritual that you follow in the morning to make you feel amazing?
A ritual in the morning, my mornings are my biggest struggle. I'll fully admit that some mornings I'm bang on and I'm ready to go, and others I'm not. So I find my nighttime ritual helps my morning ritual. Where if I'm going to bed at the right time, I can wake up at the right time. I'm not having my phone on or TV up past 10 o'clock. I fall asleep a lot easier. I can read a book before bed. I wake up. That's kind of when I have my morning devotionals where I'm reading, I'm praying, I'm having a really good breakfast, and then I decide, do I want to go to the gym? Do I want to go for a walk? Do I want to read, or do I want to just jump right in? And last week I was starting work at 7:50, just kind of getting stuff done right away. I had basically a 10-hour day. I was nailing things out on my list. I've had really busy weeks with appointments, so for me to actually work on my business, it gets a little bit harder. So that day I did 10 hours of sleep. And that was a really good morning ritual because I had a good nighttime ritual. So my mornings, if I can get up right on time, have those devotions in the morning, and make sure that I'm setting myself up for the rest of the day. Maybe play with my daughter when she wakes up a little bit. That's some things I do until like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then I jump right into my day. So that's what really sets me up and really motivates me and gives me energy in the morning.
And I find that having some sort of ritual or routine, it does ground you, it does help you to focus.
Yeah.
And being an entrepreneur, we have so many things that come our way.
Yeah.
There's always shiny objects, and so it's just a matter of being focused and staying on top of things. So you mentioned you've got a daughter. How old is your daughter?
She'll be 14 months in a week.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Is she crawling or walking yet?
She's starting to scoot around the place. She loves it when she walks, but she holds onto our hands still. So we're just starting to transition into her walking. But she is a ball of energy. She's so much fun. Just a blast to be around. So much fun.
Kids are just amazing at that age. They're so attentive. They're so inquisitive.
Yeah.
As adults, there's so much we can actually learn from kids. It's like, they have no care in the world. And yet, for us, everything is like, should I do this? Should I do this? We overanalyze every things.
We take ourselves too seriously.
We do.
And for watching my daughter just play, she's so curious about everything. And she just learns so fast. It's amazing just to watch her sit there and start like putting like shapes and holes and all these different things. She grows so fast. She is so, I don't know if I can say ambitious at that age, but she's always trying new things. She's always wanting to do new things. It's really fun to watch.
So that's something that you can probably take. It's like, just keep trying new things.
Yeah, absolutely.
So she's teaching you, and you're teaching her. That's kind of cool. What would you give people starting in your industry? What advice would you give them?
Well, I think it kind of goes back to what I said before about time. Making sure you give yourself the time. When I first started my business, I wanted to run right away, and that wasn't the right decision. My wife was watching Shark Tank last night. And, yeah, I love that show. It's so inspiring. And Lori Grenier was saying, the way you should do things is crawl first, walk second, run third. And that's something I've kind of just scaled back. There's so many big dreams I have with the business. I still have them. And there's things I'm going to be doing in the future. But right now, my goal is to make sure that my systems and processes are bang on. That my customer service is so important. If you don't have customer service, you don't have a business. And I'm building that customer service, making sure my clients are happy. They know what they're getting into. When I first set up the appointment, I say, this is how long it's going to take. This is what we're going to do. If there's any problems, any questions, ask me. I want them to be open. I want them to be comfortable. And that's the biggest thing is customer service is number one. Make sure you have that. Giving yourself the time, learning, continue to learn, knowledge. Build capital. Don't be afraid to make mistakes because you will. And learn. If you make a mistake, learn from it. Don't blame somebody else. Don't say this is it. It's never going to work. Just learn. And that's how my business got to where it is today. Is I just kept learning, taking different opportunities to learn. And that would be the biggest things I would say is those things. And especially to learn. Don't be afraid to screw up and make mistakes and fail, no matter what industry you're in, whether it's principal or you're an accountant. Accountant maybe not so much mistakes, but if you do, just learn from it.
Exactly.
Stop putting so much pressure on yourself to be perfect or to do this right the first time.
Nothing is perfect. Nothing. The perfect moment is now.
Yeah, just start.
Exactly.
Don't wait for it to be perfect. The perfect moment is now. Start,
Yeah.
Going, and don't try and scale too big too fast. Just learn as you go and build the momentum. Just watch where it goes and stop trying to reach the moon in the first week.
were saying about learning, that's huge. Like a lot of times people just say, like, you know, they failed and that's it. And also like customer service, it's huge. Your customers are everything. If you don't take care of your customers, then you're nobody. You're nowhere. Right? So I like how you put them first and you really emphasizing the fact that you need to learn.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Well, to say to that, it's hard with customer service first, because sometimes if you make a mistake and they call you up and say, hey, like this was supposed to be this and this, I got it like this. And then you don't want to make that phone call back because it's going to be awkward, or it's going to be, you're kind of admitting a mistake. And it's not easy. And I have a few clients who came to me because other people didn't call them back right away, or it took months to get their garments after a mistake happened or something. And I learned from that. Now I don't want to make that phone call. I just talk myself up and just do it.
Yeah.
And make sure that you fix that problem as soon as possible. There's times where I'm standing in a meeting and I'm kind of like, shoot, like I made a mistake. And that's on me. And thankfully those aren't coming up like they used to in my first year, but I've learned from it and I step up and I make sure that, again, I don't know if it comes back to humility or what, but making sure that you just realize that you made a mistake, even if you didn't, or they think something's wrong, address it and fix it right away. Don't waste time and just kind of, because then it gets in your head and then it becomes a big issue.
It becomes worse than what it actually is. And with garments, it's a huge thing. I mean, like it's noticeable because if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit, right? So yeah, and another thing that you said that really stood out for me was that, you know, taking responsibility for your own mistakes. Don't blame anybody, but take the responsibility, which is huge because a lot of, you know, when we're starting out, we just, you know, take everything on ourselves or we'll blame people. But that's, you know, like, you know, as an entrepreneur, that's something that you learn. And you learn from it. So that's great advice. How do you give back? I know you said you have date nights, but how else do you give back to the community?
So every 10% of our profits we always give. That's one of mine and my wife's life principles is to give. Our time as well. We're looking for more volunteer opportunities, and I would love to join nonprofit boards or start my own nonprofit one day. Go on trips, whether it's a missions trip, humanitarian trip, whatever you want to call it. Do stuff like that with the family. Those are the ways that it changes you. If you give your time, your finances, it changes you. Too many times people focus on giving finances, and we're actually talking at Best Mindset 2 weeks ago where James brought up, people say, pray for this area, pray for this area. Okay, that's great, praying. Too many people just stop there. I think that's all they can do. But there's so many things that you can do to help out others. And just find what your calling is, because you're not called to everything. There's so many things vying for your attention and wanting you to give your time and your finances, but just really understand what it is that you're called to. So like I said, for me, it's kids, it's women's ministry, it's just helping others grow and become better.
So I've actually got 2 places for you to get involved. One is the World Partnership Walk. So that was actually founded here in Vancouver 33 years ago by 6 women. One of the women was actually my dad, so for me it's very dear. But what it is, it's basically 100% of the funds do go towards alleviating global poverty.
Okay.
And more specifically, it's like catered towards helping women get educated, to give them that financing. So we have a walk here that happens at the end of May, the last Sunday of May every year here in Vancouver. Just being here on the forefront, you make such a huge difference. So I've actually been part of the World Partnership Walk for like at least 20 years. Like whether it's giving up my time, whether it's actually it has been giving up my time for the last 4 years. And I love it because of the, you know, the satisfaction that you get, knowing that I've been able to do it. The other place is I'm actually starting up my own nonprofit here in Vancouver, and it's for women who lost their jobs out of no, you know, like fault of their own, whether they were injured or whether they lost their jobs or whatever. But it's a ground for them to, like, it's a place for them to come get educated because they don't have the financing, but they get educated on starting a business, building a website, and all of that stuff, right? So that's another place that once it's up and running, I can let you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, because those are the things that I'm really passionate about, especially with people starting their own business, clearly. With all the coffees that I've had this month, some of my favorite ones, where I'm just sitting down with someone and saying, well, what do you want to do with your life? And just that conversation alone, I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do, is just to talk to people about their dreams, their passions, their goals, and just encourage them to go to a place of being uncomfortable. And it's scary, so just put yourself out there. And I've been there. And I want to see other people step out of their comfort zones and go after things that they want. And those things, to me, I think that's one of the most valuable things that I'm doing right now, is having those coffees with people. And sure, I can give time, I can give finances to different events and charities and nonprofits and that, but when I'm actually sitting down having that one-on-one with somebody, that's where I feel like I'm getting as much value out of it as they can. And I want to be continually a voice in their life and person forward. So those would be the biggest ways I would say I'm giving back right now. The bigger plans.
Perfect. I like that. What is actually, you did cover, like, one of your biggest mistakes was not having your items tailored properly, which then cost you. What are some other major mistakes that you have made and that you've learned from it?
Well, I see a lot of people make this mistake where you go into business thinking that you have the greatest idea and everyone needs it, everyone should know about it, and everyone's going to come to you and buy it. A lot of people go into business like that, and I first went into it like that. And this is a great idea. I have ideas on how I can help people, and it's great product, it's great service. But in the reality, in the grand scheme of things, nobody cares.
Yeah.
You have to make people understand it. You have to get out there and just meet as many people as you possibly can. And that's one mistake that I made going in, was kind of being a little bit naive about what was out there and what I had to overcome. So just really understand what you're getting yourself into and really plan for the low seasons. If you have something come back and say you're just closed a $2,000 sale and you start spending all the money on your profits, and then it comes back or something happens, something's wrong, you got to refund the money or something. Have plans in place, make contingency plans on how to fix these things. And like I said, I've made the mistakes in some of the tailoring in the very beginning, and I've learned from that, and I've continued to make my business get better because of it. So if you make a mistake, fix it. Don't be scared of it.
Yeah, we often, I know at the beginning, it was like, I remember when I first started, it was like, yeah, I was so afraid to make a mistake, or, to even own up to it, or to even find a way to fix it. It would just throw me out. But, after being in business for such a long time, I realized that, hey, it's just a mistake, and I can learn from it. If I haven't made that mistake, then I haven't learned it. So it's just also
when you do make a mistake, if you get a bad review or a bad testimonial or something, it just popped in my head and it makes me laugh every time. You go into Google sometimes, you're looking at a restaurant or something. There's a place in Port Langley that my wife and I went to recently, and part of the reason we went on a date night there is because I was reading the reviews, and the owners were really sarcastic and angry at any negative review they got. But I thought it was hilarious. Like, I just got to go check this place out. When you get a negative review or something, respond to it with grace and humility. And people read your reviews and they read your responses. If they see you snapping back at a negative review, they're not going to trust you. They're not going to want to go do business with you. I had someone come to me recently, and he saw my Google reviews. He saw that I responded to every single one of them. And he's like, "That's why I chose you, because no one else is doing that." So do those.
And that's excellent. Like, I mean, that's what I tell my clients. It's like, if you have a negative review, perfect. Don't delete it. Respond to it. Right? Like, you want to respond to it right away. And if you need to take it offline, do mention that you're taking it offline so that other people can see that, hey, you're not afraid to receive that, right? And you're doing something about it. Whatever else is happening in that conversation, everyone doesn't need to read that. That's between you and the client. But that initial, you do need to have that, and you want to have that. I actually had a client who there was a comment that was made, like a really negative comment, and I was actually in the workshop, so I'd asked my counterpart to go in and help me respond to it, because I couldn't respond because I was actually in the workshop. So I saw it, I asked them to take care of it, whatever. The next thing I knew, the company had actually responded and defaming their customer. After that, I fired that client because I don't want that, because that's also my reputation. So I definitely fired that. I'm not going to give names because
Oh, yeah.
it's not the place. But yeah, I fired them because they didn't have like the etiquette, proper etiquette. There was no humbleness. There was nothing. Like you don't defame your customer.
Yeah.
You definitely do not do that.
Yeah, my wife and I traveled 2 years ago. And we were talking to a guy who was telling us about, because he was in digital marketing, but he started a paddleboarding company in Portugal. And he kind of did paddleboarding and digital marketing on the side. And what he was telling us is how damaging reviews can be if you're on TripAdvisor, Yelp, Google, Facebook, whatever. And it really made me think about reviews in a different light, where it's so easy to go on there and just slam a company or a restaurant or anything like that. And what he told us is there's a woman who ran a bed and breakfast in Italy, and she had great reviews, great bed and breakfast. One person went on there and gave her a 1-star review. And the reason she gave her 1-star review is because outside of her bed and breakfast was a cobblestone street. She was wearing high heels, got her heels stuck in the cobblestone, broke her heel, and then gave that woman a 1-star review because of the cobblestone streets outside. And that hurt her business so bad that she was losing customers left, right, and center because she had 1-star review on one comment. So those things can be so damaging to companies. So just think about before you go forward and give negative reviews of things.
Yeah.
Try and deal with it with the company. If they're going to come back and be really negative towards you offline, leave a negative review. They need to learn from it. You also kind of you have to let other people know about businesses as well and how they treat their customers. But just try and deal with it offline. Most businesses are good at helping with that. If they're not, then they'll probably warrant that 1-star review. But just be really careful, no matter what it is, even if it's Apple or Nike, these massive companies, try and deal with it in a respectful way offline.
I like that. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can't control. With your example that you gave, it wasn't the lady's fault.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like totally uncalled for, and that in turn you're actually hurting someone.
Yeah.
Just think of like what Derek said. Think of like the other person. Think of what their outcome is. There's a lot of people out there who don't see the positive in life. They're only stuck in the negative spiral. So, a comment like that's completely uncalled for, delete it, because that is totally left field.
Yeah.
But if it's an actual comment where it's like you can learn from, keep that on.
And just be careful on your clients as well.
Yeah.
Make sure you're choosing your clients wisely. And for me, I can do 10, 20 appointments in a week, but I still want to make sure that I'm getting the right clients and the right people. Because you don't want to have that client that's just going to be problems. And
Exactly.
it goes for any profession. Make sure you have the right clients.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so if I was a realtor, why should I work with you? What makes you unique?
I think that I can kind of flip that question back. If you're a realtor, why should I work with you? What makes you unique? There's so many realtors out there now. Everyone's trying to capitalize on this market. The schools are packed to capacity. People getting their real estate license. So you need to stand out, and you need to make sure that you know your brand and your own personal brand to be able to really stand out. I know there's the Hardy team out in the Fraser Valley who they do Remax. They have the orange little house on top of the Remax signs, and their color is orange. They're known for orange. There's so many different businesses. I can name realtors just because of their branding. If there's someone that just has a Remax sign, I may not know who you are because how many Remax agents are there? How many Century 21 realtors are there? So you want to have your own personal brand. You want to have something that makes you stand out. And even if it's a certain color. Now, when people think real estate and they see like a certain color on a sign, whether it's a teal or a turquoise, there's a difference there, and it helps you stand out. So I want to help my clients stand out, look professional, dress well, and that helps you with your clients. When they come into an open house and they see you dressed really well and being really professional with them, they may bring you in as their clients as well if they're the buyer, even though you're an open house being the seller. But just remember, every time you stand in front of someone, you're making an impression. What is your clothing saying about you? And that's where I really enjoy helping my clients dress well. Give them little tips and tricks on how to fix their wardrobes to make them look professional.
So what makes you unique?
Like I said, I expand the wardrobe rather than selling clothing. So that's the first thing I would say is I make sure that you're buying stuff that you're going to wear. It's not something that's just going to sit in your closet and you know how to wear it. How many people wake up in the morning and they don't know what to wear? They're looking through their closet, they're flipping through shirts left, right, and center. How many people do that? And how many times do you buy stuff? How much money have you wasted? And what's the point? Let's buy something that you're going to wear.
Yeah.
Let's expand your wardrobe. Let me know what's in your wardrobe. So next time you come to me, I know what going to be what you need and what goes with what you already have. And that's not to say you can't buy a wacky tie or some cool pattern or something. We have those, and I love to sell them. But let's just make sure you know what to wear. The second thing is I come to my clients, whether it's home or office, Chilliwack or Vancouver. I make sure that it's as convenient as possible for you to be able to make your purchases. You don't have to worry about traveling all the way up to Abbotsford or Vancouver or wherever to buy your clothing. I'm doing a program right now where I'm narrowing it down to 3.5 hours per year of shopping, where you don't have to leave your home. I come to you 3.5 hours. We're going to have a whole wardrobe for you for the year. And that's in 2 appointments and 2 fittings.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
So I hear my clients when they're telling me I don't like shopping, I don't know what to buy, or it's inconvenient. Well, there's an answer.
Perfect. I like that. So are there any closing remarks that you have that you would like to share?
Well, first off, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Little coffee shop. Yeah, if you just want to have a coffee or a conversation, whether you're starting out in the business world or you're a realtor just wanting to talk about how you can work on your professional brand or your clothing, let's just have a coffee. It doesn't have to be about making a sale for me. It doesn't have to be about you trying to become my realtor. I just want to get to know you and see how we can help each other out. I'm a really big fan of getting to know people and opening that relationship and seeing where it takes us. And like I said, I've learned so much just through having this conversation with people that I've really enjoyed in the past 2 years of doing this business. I've met so many amazing people, new friends I have because of it. I really like to encourage people in the right direction. So let's just see how we can help each other out and work with each other if it's applicable.
Perfect. So I'll just have you tell everyone your social media platforms how they can find you.
Okay. So CarderoClothing.com, everything's on there, but we're on Facebook, Cardero Clothing, Instagram, Cardero Clothing, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest, and like I said, Alignable as well. I do a lot of connections on there. Help other people get connections on there as well. So just look up Cardero Clothing, Cardero.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Derek, for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you.
Right.
And don't forget to do the challenge, the 1 week challenge of the pocket score.
Yeah.